Good morning everyone. Today we are going to discuss about differential relays. In the last classes we discussed about functional relays, what are the various types, induction relay, directional relay and non-directional relay irrespective of direction how they are working. The induction type relays we are using as a irrespective of that. Now we go for differential relays. What is differential relay? What are the different types of differential relays? Current differential relay and voltage differential relay, two types are there. The differential relays are current differential relay and voltage differential relay, two types. What is this differential relay? Difference in currents. The difference in currents, if you obtain, the relay will operate. That is current. If you consider the current is a difference, then it is a current differential relay. If you consider the current, it is a current differential relay. If it is a voltage, if you consider the voltage between 2 points, then that is voltage differential relay. Okay, differential relays are two types. One is current differential relay and another one voltage differential relay. When the current difference, whenever current difference occurs, the relay will operate. Whenever voltage difference occurs, the relay will operate. What is this differential relay? We can see now. First of all, what is a differential relay? What is a differential relay? Whenever there is a difference occur, the relay will operate. The quantity may be current or voltage, or current or voltage. If the current is changed or deferred, the differential relay is one that operates when the current difference occur. When current difference happens between two terminals, the differential relay will work. The difference in currents, it will operate, it is a current differential relay. The difference in voltage, if it is operate, it is a voltage differential relay. Okay. How current differential relay works? We are using current differential relay in the sense it is a CT. CTs we are using for current differential relays. You can see the CTs are connected between the equipment where we have to protect. Suppose the equipment is a alternator. Assume that it is a transformer or alternator. The alternator, it is, assume that equipment is a alternator or it is a generator. Generator protection we are using. For generator protection we are using current differential relays. On transformer also we are using current differential relays. Assume that a generator having some winding will be there. The generator having some winding. Okay, in the two ends, for these two ends we are connecting two current transformers. The generator, it is one of the end is neutral, earth point, and another one it is connected to power supply. Okay, assume that a single line diagram of generator. A generator consists of number of windings. We can represent the generator like this. Okay, now the two current transformers are connected at the two ends. The two current transformers are connected at the two ends. These current transformers are connected in series, similar to this. In series, similar to this, like this. The current transformers are connected in series opposition to each other. Okay, the current, the entering leaving current of this current transformer, it is a CT1. Assume that it is a CT2. The two current transformers are connected between the equipment to be protected. It is the equipment to be protected. It is the equipment to be protected. Okay, between two current transformers we are connecting a equipment which is to be protected. Okay, the two current transformers are connected in series opposition. The entering current of CT1 current is I1 and CT2 current is I2. Assume that in between this, in between the CTs we are connecting a coil. The relay coil is connected in between this, a relay coil. A relay coil will be connected in between the two current transformers. Whenever current I1 equal to I2, no current enters to the relay coil. That means whatever be the current coming from CT1, that enters to CT2. Okay, no current flows through this current. Relay coil current is R equal to 0, IR equal to 0. Assume that relay current equal to IR equal to 0 when I1 equal to I2, because if the transformer or generator working properly, then there is no current flows through relay coil, because I1 equal to I2 and entire current again passes to this, like this. Okay, it is under normal operating conditions. Now the current transformers, two currents becomes equal. Suppose the generator supplying a load current of 1000 amps, assume that 1000 amps is supplying the generator. The generator supplying a current of 1000 amps, assume that. Now CT step downs the 1000 into 5 amps. 5 amps will flow here. 5 amps will flow here. Again 5 amps will flow here. After that again 5 amps flows through this CT2. Is it right? 5 amps entirely passes through pilot cables. These are the two current transformers are connected through pilot cables. These are known as pilot cables, in the sense these are connected main cables that are connected CTs. Pilot cables we are connecting. Okay, pilot cables. These are the pilot cables. The two current transformers are connected by using pilot cables. Between the two current transformers we are provided a relay. This is the relay. The relay current IR equal to 0. The relay current IR equal to 0 when under normal operating conditions. Assume that a current transformers, step down transformers, these are current transformers. The current transformers ratio is 1000 by 5 amps. Assume that current transformer ratio is 1000 by 5 amps. 1000 by 5 amps if you use the current transformer CT ratio 1000 by 5, when 1000 amps is flowing in primary, secondary will be 5. The entire 5 amps will flow through this two current transformers. Okay, the two current transformers, entire 5 amps will flow. But what is the relay current? Relay current is 0. The relay is connected between two current transformers. It is very quite different relay as compared to previous one, that is induction type relays. Okay, simply a two current transformers are required for a single transformer. It is a single line diagram. Assume that single phase it is. If it is a three-phase circuit, three current transformers on both sides, 6 current transformers are required. Okay, if it is a three-phase, we have to draw again 3 windings. We have to draw again 3 windings. We have to provide all three current transformers on both sides, and these are connected through pilot cables. Is it right? And that means 6 current transformers are required. And one more thing is, if the generator is star, the current transformer should be connected as delta. The current transformer, if the generator is star, the current transformer should be connected as a delta if it is a 3-phase. There is a different different parameters we have to assume. What are the parameters are? If the current transformers are connected in delta, then the transformer or generator, it is a transformer or generator. Okay, that is a current differential relay. If for 3-phase, a current differential relay, how it works? For 3-phase also same, single line diagram of single phase we require two current transformers we use for a single phase transformer or single phase generator. Generators and transformers are protected with differential relays, that we have to remember. It is a transformer, assume that. Transformer have primary and secondary, 2 windings are there. Now for that purpose, how to connect, those will be different. It is assume that it is a generator. Two current transformers are connected on both sides, and these are connected like this. Two current transformers, secondaries are connected like this, and we are providing a relay between the two current transformers. We are providing a relay coil. It is known as relay coil. Relay coil it is. Between the two current transformers we provided. The relay coil is connected to a plunger. A plunger is moving inside of the relay coil. That plunger closes the contacts of circuit breaker. These are the 2 trip circuit of circuit breaker. It is 2 trip circuit. 2 trip circuit it is. 2 trip circuit of circuit breaker, it will be connected. Okay. Under normal operating conditions, the two current transformers are connected in series aiding or series opposition. The current entering to that is equal. Okay, the same current will flow. I current is flow. Assume that I1, I2. Okay, I1 is 5 amps, I2 also 5 amps will flow. Hence IR, the relay current coil IR equal to 0 under normal operating conditions. Under normal operating conditions IR becomes 0. Whenever fault occur, assume that a fault occur, some percentage of winding in generator gets affected. Whenever fault occur, some percentage of winding gets damaged, assume that earth fault, the transformer or generator earth fault occurs in some portion, assume that in some portion if a fault occurs, what happens, the current in this section is different and here high current will flow because it's a earth fault. This current I2 becomes more as compared to I1. Okay, now the difference, suppose the current is 500 amps is flowing due to the fault. Due to the fault, the current CT current I2 CT2 current is 500 amps, here 5 amps. Remaining 495 amps will flow, 495 amperes will flow the relay coil. That relay coil will operate whenever it exceeds predetermined value. Okay, 495 amps or 495 will be stepped down to some value. Assume that it is a 1000 amps normal current is, now it is flowing 5 amps. Whenever fault occur, 1000 amps may be reached to 2000, 4000 amps, like that. We can't predict the fault current, but assume that whenever short circuit occurs in the transformer winding, what will happen? A higher current will flow. Assume that 4000 amps. Assume that 4000 amps is flowing. Assume that the normal current is 1000. At that moment, 1000 divided by 5. That is ratio is CT ratio is 5 amps. 5 amps will flow. When fault current reaches to 4000 amperes, what is the secondary current of CT? For 1000 amperes, it is a 5. 4000 amperes, it is 4 times, 20 amperes will flow. And here there is no fault, it is 5 amperes. Now the difference in current is there. 20 minus 5 is 15 amperes will flow. 15 amperes will flow through this relay coil. 15 amperes will flow through relay coil. Now whenever the relay coil more than 5 amperes, the relay plunger will attract upwards. The relay plunger will be attracted upwards. Okay. Now the circuit breaker trip coil will be energized. When it closes, a DC supply will be goes to directly to circuit breaker coil. That is the principle of operation of relay. If you understand that, you can easily understand that. Okay, 15 amperes enough to move the plunger upwards. Hence these two contacts will be closed. Normally open contacts will becomes normally closed contacts it is. Okay, normally open it is, in open condition. Under normal operating condition it is NO. Whenever fault occur due to 4000 amperes, 20 amperes will flow in CT2. It is CT2. 4000 amperes means that is 20 amperes will flow. 20 amperes and 5 amperes remaining 15 amperes will flow through relay coil. This 15 amperes enough to move the plunger upwards. Hence the trip circuit breaker contacts will be closed. Now trip coil will energize of circuit breaker, and circuit breaker contacts are moving contacts will be open and deactivate the alternator from the source. Alternator will be disconnected from the fault. Okay, like that a relay will operate. We can see by theory a differential relay is one that operates when phasor difference of two or more electrical quantities exceeds a predetermined value. The electrical quantity, if you assume that a current, it is a current differential relay. The electrical quantity another one is voltage. If you assume that it is a voltage differential relay. A current differential relay is one that compares the two currents entering a section of the system with the current leaving the section. It compares the current entering equal to current leaving, then there is no current through moving coil. Under normal operating conditions, the two currents are equal, but as soon as fault occurs, what happens? The condition no longer appear. That means the two currents will not equal. This condition no longer applies. The difference between the incoming current, outgoing currents arranged to flow through the operating coil of the relay. That is a differential relay. It is the differential current is used or greater than the pickup value if the differential in current it is more than pickup value. What is pickup value? You have to understand. A pickup value means more than that the relay will operate. A pickup value is the minimum value of current at which the relay tries to operate is known as pickup value. When it is greater than or pickup value, the relay will operate when the circuit breaker isolate the faulty section. That is a differential relay. Okay, basically. Almost this type of relay connected in particular way to made operate the differential relay. In other words, it is not so much relay construction. There are two types of differential relays. One is current differential relay and another one voltage balance protection or voltage differential relay. Current balance protection also known as current differential relay and voltage balance protection also known as voltage differential relay. Let us see current balance protection. Already I explained you. Here you can understand what is a current differential relay. An alternator winding is between the two current transformers. We are provided the equipment to be protected. Alternator winding it is. Okay. Alternator winding is provided between two current transformers. 200:1 ratio or 500:1 ratio current transformers will be. Two load it is. Alternator just supplying a load. It is another neutral or earthing point. Now the two current sources are. You can see this arrangement of overcurrent relay connected to operate differential relay. Pair of identical current transformers are required. Two current transformers should be same. We assumed that 1000/5 previously while explaining an example 1000/5. Here 200:1. If 200 amps is flowing through primary winding, secondary winding will be 1 amperes. For 1000 amperes it is 5. Same we assumed. 1000/5 also is same and 200/5 200:1 that means 200/1. It is also same. Okay. When two current transformers are fitted on either end of section to be protected, and which section to be protected? We have to protect the entire winding of alternator to be protected. The secondaries of CT are connected in series in such a way that they carry the induced currents in the same direction. The operating coil of the overcurrent relay connected across the CT secondary circuit. The operating coil of the overcurrent relay, it is the operating coil of overcurrent relay. We connected CT secondaries. Okay. CT secondaries we connected operating coil of the relay. Under normal operating conditions, we explained here there is no current. Zero current will flow through relay coil. Is it right? Whenever fault occurs, that means if 1000/5, assume that the alternator supplying a load of 1000 amps. The 1000 amps entire current is 5 amps. The secondary current of CT is 5. 5 amps is flowing through the pilot cables. These are the pilot cables which are connected to CTs. Okay. There is no current flows through relay coil. That we have to observe in this diagram. If a ground fault occur in the alternator winding, if a earth fault or ground fault both are same, if a ground fault occur in alternator winding, what will happen? The current will not same. Assume that 10 amps will flow. Assume that the fault current is 10,000 amps. The fault current is 10,000 amps. Hence the 10 amps will flow through this current transformer due to the fault. Due to the fault occurs in the winding, 10 amps will flow through this current transformers, and secondary is 10 amps means primary will be 2000 amps. 2000 amps. Okay. Now this 10 amps will circulate. Previously it is 500 amps. 2.5 amperes will flow and remaining 7.5 amps will flow through relay coil. The relay coil is connected to a plunger that is connected. After that it is connected to circuit breaker. Okay. Under normal operating conditions, the two circuit breaker contacts are like this, and a trip coil of circuit breaker it is. Whenever this coil energizes, circuit breaker will open. Due to the difference in currents at the two ends of a winding or alternator, then the equipment is protected by using like that if any fault occur. You can see another diagram also. Diagram, if the fault current in occur midpoint of alternator winding 1000 amps 2000 amps, now due to 1000 amperes, what is the current flows through secondary winding? 5 amperes. Due to 2000 amperes fault current, a 10 amps will flow, remaining 15 amps will flow through. It is a same direction. If the direction of the current is different, then according to that, this is a aiding direction we connected current transformers. It is only for single phase. We assumed that one phase only. For three phase, it is a different. For three phase circuit, what are the connections required? Star and delta, two connections are possible for three phase circuits. Hence, we go for different connections for a differential protection scheme. It is a biased beam relay will be connected between trip coil. In place of trip coil, we can connect restraining coil, operating coil. A biased beam relay, it will be percentage differential protection, it is also known as. Why? Because the entire winding will not be protected. Entire winding will not be protected in alternator. Hence, it is known as percentage differential protection. Because 95% winding will be protected, there is some problems. Due to why it is called percentage differential protection, means entire 100% will not be give protection. It gives only 95% or 90%. Again, that's why it is known as percentage differential relay. Here we are connecting a relay. The relay is represented by as beam relay we are using. Not only